All right, all right. Hello,
Hey, good to be in a
everybody.
room with you
I
again.
know we are coming to you live from the Selma Pond headquarters and the Black Belt News Network
Come on.
headquarters here in the Queen City, Selma. This is our office on Broad Street. And we've had some technical difficulties this morning, afternoon. So hey, we're here at 2. At least late's better than never.
Yeah, that's true. That's
And
good.
but we are figuring it out and here live with you guys. We have a lot of headlines. I
Yeah.
always like to start out by saying where the stories come from is the blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. So that's where all of our stories are posted or going to be posted, because sometimes we're a little ahead of ourselves on our newscast. And you can send your news to news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. This is a great way to communicate with us, but also getting our tentacles out there. We need help sometimes covering things. And I always like to say that, be a correspondent. You can actually work for us and be one of our community correspondents.
Yes,
And
that's so nice to have people helping us out. We can cover more that way.
Yes, and we have quite a few in Dallas County, but would love to have more across the Black Belt. So let us know by going to news@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com.
If you're in Perry County,
And let us know if
Maringo
you'd like to,
County.
Yeah. Send us your photos and videos.
Wilcox.
We can't be everywhere, but we do want to cover everything we can. And it's the fun stories too, and not just the murders and fires.
Yeah, please.
Those get
Good
all the
news,
hits.
good
News. So sign up for our daily newsletter. I always like to say this too. At 3:00 every day, we have a newsletter that goes out that has all the top headlines from the Black Belt. And another one for Selma. Yeah, and it's a great way to know what's going on. And so make sure to sign up for that. It's free. All of our content is free. I'm big about this. We do not charge for our content. We believe everyone should have access to information.
Yeah.
And
it's nice to be able to go and look at it and read it without, having problems. So
no paywalls to get in your way. And also we take donations.
Please.
We are a hybrid nonprofit right now. So support what we're doing, and it's tax deductible at blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. There's a red donate button in the top corner. It's really easy. And we have a couple of folks that are our recurring donors.
Oh, that's cool.
I call them my Netflix donors, because just like you pay for Netflix once a month, you can also give to news once a month.
Newsflix, though.
Yeah, Newsflix. Make sure that not only you have access to news, but your neighbors and your friends and colleagues do too, because it's not free to do this, but it is free to bring it to you. And also, I'll talk maybe a little more about this at the end of the broadcast, but we have an outdoors channel now on Facebook specifically. So go follow us at Black Belt News or Black Belt Outdoors. And that's where you're going to get, because it's hunting season and we've had so many fun deer pictures, and we get fishing and fishing tournament stories too.
We have a first deer alert up today. I just posted this morning. First deer alert.
Is it a little bitty?
It's a young girl. Yes,
it is. Is she 8? Because I saw one of an 8-year-old.
I think she was like 8. Yeah, 7,
adorable. 8. We love those. So share your photos with us, and you can actually send it to outdoors@blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. So we have an email for it now. We're hoping to get more robust with our coverage of outdoors.
And we're growing.
Yeah. And of course we did our camping in the Black Belt. And we had
the next one's coming out.
Yes. We have 2 more coming out, and we're going to start recording more in the spring.
Yeah.
Plans are on the way. All right. Let's get started with our headlines. We're going to start in East Selma, where there is a pond in East Selma, and we've reported on this before, that there's efforts to renovate this pond, and actually they drained it for a while because the walls were falling in, and even the bathroom was starting to crumble a little. But UAB, through Live Health Smart program, has invested, and really they got a lot of partners to come in and help renovate this community pond. And look how great it looks now. This was just the other day. I forget what day this was. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wow. I don't know. One day this week that I got this video, and it looks fantastic. They reinforced the walls, and
Oh, that's cool.
right, and they are going to be stocking it with fish soon.
So you'll be able to fish out of it
starting in March.
In
They
March.
did say give it 2 months to let the fish
Grow.
get acclimated
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
to their surroundings, and then we can go at it. And
that'd be
so this
cool.
will be open for fishing as well. But there's a walking trail around it.
Oh, yeah.
And they've also contributed, and this was our lead story in this week's, the Thursday's print edition, about how many crosswalks that they improved.
Oh, yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As part of this, and it's an expansion program that UAB was doing in Birmingham. They had 10 or 12 neighborhoods that they worked with, and then decided to expand to Selma in 2024, so last year. And they've also had a lot of wellness events. That's where I got my COVID and flu shot at the same time in the same arm. And it wasn't bad. I did not get sick from it, and my arm only hurt a little bit. It was a good excuse for everybody to stop poking at me.
Needles scare me.
I know they stink, but it was totally worth it. And that was actually there across from the St. James. They had their wellness van. And I do talk about in that story other expansions that they're doing besides, obviously the East Selma Park and Pond, but they're also coming up on having a mobile grocery store that will be available. And they also have a partnership with Whitfield Hospital in Demopolis that is providing access where they're sharing a mobile van.
Oh, cool.
So that they can do more on-the-go events. And it's really been focused on wards 6 and 8 in Selma, but they are expanding to more of Selma and to Demopolis and Camden.
Oh,
so they've already had some meetings in Demopolis. They haven't in Camden yet, but they are looking at expanding into the Black Belt. They see the same thing we are, that the Black Belt's awesome. And that they want to help promote healthy. And I should show this. We have been running some healthy recipes that Live Health Smart does every other week. And you got to check out the healthy recipes because they are so yummy. There was a soup one that is yum. So check that out with a lot of healthy suggestions that's in our print edition of Selma Sun. And it's also on our lifestyle page at blackbeltnewsnetwork.com/lifestyle.
I'm going to use those for my diet that I'm on right now. That'll be good.
I'm big into soup right now. I think soup is
this time of year, especially.
Yes, it's like chili.
Soups and chilies,
Yes. We're going to stay in Selma for a second and talk about cleanup.
Yeah, some cleanup. Get up on the cleanup, the litter cleaned up.
We've got the Jubilee coming, the 60th anniversary. This is a big one, and we've had big ones every year. I mean, we have thousands of people. Bigger. And the city has met to say, so how are we going to make sure we're going to be clean enough for when everybody gets here for the Jubilee? So they have the Public Works Department working up some numbers to see how much it'll cost to go across the city in the cleanup efforts, and if they can do it in-house or if they need to hire a contractor to do the cleanup to make sure it gets done in time. So
I've been talking to the county, John Creel, the county guy, and he was telling me that there is ADM has approved cleaning up at least one street, Race Street, in the city, and there's some others around the county, so we'll have more cleanup stories coming up to get all the details on that, but it's all part of the getting Selma and the county ready for the 60th Jubilee.
Yeah, and we are also in talking to the organizers to see what's coming.
Yes, we have.
They're not
got a phone
sure
call,
yet.
so,
From our early discussions, they're still nailing down everybody. But in the past, we've had the president. We've also had the vice president twice in the last 3 years.
We've even had former presidents. We've had senators.
We have Jesse Jackson. Huge. So you got to think, though, we have a different administration in place this time. So I'm not sure they'll be sending the president this year.
Not this time, maybe, but
probably not.
Maybe next year.
But we are curious to see if maybe we'll get a big entertainer. This feels like a Beyonce year. Don't you think this should be a Beyonce year? She's got the whole country vibe going, and I think we could get a very diverse crowd if she brought that.
But we'll have more on that coming up.
We will. And there's nothing about Beyonce that's just me wishing.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I got the word from the higher ups. We're not quite sure who all is coming yet. So hopefully the next day or so.
That's why I'm like,
they're going to nail that down.
So. Yes, we're on it. Hey, let's go to Perry County.
Let's go to Perry County. And as you said, we don't have any video for this because this is brand new. There's a wonderful lady in Perry County who's a native of the area. Her name is Bambi Hoggle.
Bambi.
And she has set up, she's actually setting up a nonprofit and is going to start the first animal shelter in Perry County.
Oh, see, I can't
Because
believe
there
they
is no
don't have
animal
one.
shelter.
Yeah.
And, I thought for the longest time, well, yeah, there is. That little red building on what? That's Marion Veterinary Clinic.
Oh,
and the
not
doctors there
here.
just love animals so much they've been taken in the
Oh,
straight, but they're
goodness.
out of room.
Right.
So she said, I see a need. She started it. She's going to start with a fundraiser called Mardi Gras Party. PAWTI. That's going to be February 27th. Well, the whole name of the organization is going to be the how she put it, the I got it right here. Positive Hearts of Perry County. So she's going to take in, and she's been already going around and picking them up. But anyway, on the 22nd of February at 7:00 at the Marion Arts Center, that's the Wilburn building.
Okay,
she's going to have a big fundraiser to start getting money for it. It's called the Mardi Gras Party. It's tickets are $50. They're tax deductible. And you can go to, we'll have a story that'll have the phone number in it and everything.
Yes, now that is another one where we haven't posted the story yet. So you get it first.
You get it first right here. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be great. I'm real pleased.
And we've done some on the animal shelters in the other communities.
We have.
Like the one here in
we've
Selma.
even talked about the Marion Animal Clinic. So yeah. It's stray animals are a problem in our area.
Yeah, it is.
And we need to help
so
them.
warm here in our area that animals do better and procreate better. And I know Florida has lots of problems with that. But all right. Well, we wish her luck on her project and we'll keep up with her.
Yeah, we'll keep up with her.
And we'll put a link up soon so that you can read it. Hey, let's go to StoryCorps. This is so cool. My dad and I did the StoryCorps.
Yeah, I saw that. That's cool.
And it was really fun. Does this have sound?
No.
This video? Okay. So yeah, I actually did a video, a recording with them, and you get to sit down with someone. In my case, it was my dad, who was a reporter when I was little bitty, and it's what got me into it. And that's my mother right there, actually. We all love NPR, and because they run StoryCorps events or of messaging and stories on Fridays, every Friday, and you never know what you're going to hear. But this is the mobile booth. And you can go in there and you can record asking questions to each other, and it's about an hour. And you can choose at the end if you want it to go into the archives for the Library of Congress. It's American Folklife division of it. So anyway, this is where you sit and talk. And this is where we did it. And it's just a really intimate. Now, Brightness in Black is an initiative that is funded partly with Michael Jordan Foundation. Yep. And the idea is that they want to kind of counter some of the negative voicing about the Black culture and messaging with the positive stuff. And who has better Black culture stories than Selma, Alabama?
Sure.
Nowhere. So they are really pushing, for the African American community to get out there and tell your awesome stories, because it helps, I hate to say, drown out some of the negative stuff.
But that's true.
I think we all should really push to participate. It costs nothing to do, and you get a copy of your interview at the end.
Yeah,
you can share with your friends.
I got a call from the lady. I've got to verify. Linda Derry.
Yeah, you're going to do a history one,
about
right?
History, and
we said we would do it too. So you have until February 9th.
The video. Tell them about the video. The video that we have posted that has all that information on it.
Yes,
on
there's a video
blackbirdsnewsnetwork.com.
under multimedia, and also on YouTube. You can watch a video where Ian, I'm not going to try his last name.
No, me either.
Ian is the site manager for this mobile one. There's 3 people from StoryCorps that are living in Selma for the month. And it's really neat that they get to see it. I gave them I love, me and my hiking, like my outdoor. I gave them a bunch of great places to go hiking, and birding's not really great right now because it's too cold, but I did give them some suggestions. So anyway,
StoryCorps.org.
or at Alabama Public Radio is a partner. So if you go to apr.org/StoryCorps/Selma, that will take you to where you can sign up. It's so easy, y'all. You got to do it and help give our voice and amplify our voice.
Good one.
Yes. Okay. Next, I want to. Oh yeah. So there is a student from Dallas County.
Oh yeah, boy, what a cool kid.
Who's going to DC.
Yeah.
Actually, Daria Martin has a group going to DC.
She's always got folks going.
Yes. And so I know Drug Free Communities does that too.
Oh,
but
she does.
This is different because this is a political science guru.
Yeah.
Gavin Houston, who's a senior at Morgan Academy. I know Gavin because he is the president of Interact Club, which, I'm president of Rotary.
Right.
And that's it's a kind of an affiliate club for us.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So he is an up and coming student who has a 31 on his ACT, including a perfect score on his reading, which is pretty amazing. So,
and a 4.9 something GPA.
Yeah, his GPA is through the roof.
4.39. Like,
now, I do want to say that this video and the story was written by one of our community correspondents, Valencia Benjamin, and she does some really great work, and her stories are so fun to read. I'm going to share this video, and he's going to explain what he's going to be doing in DC.
Oh, good.
Honored to be chosen for this opportunity to go to Washington, and that I'm very proud of my city, and I'm very proud to represent my city and Selma's values and heritage and culture in Washington when I'm meeting with our state senators and also with the president.
Okay, can you give us the date for it and the title of the event?
The United States Senate Page Program, and it will be March 1st through the 8th.
Okay.
So he's going to be a page working with the government. He talks a lot about how much he loves government and wants to represent and make sure that Congress is well representing the communities that it covers.
So he could be our next congressperson.
I think we're going to be voting. We're going to see his name on a ballot
at some point. Now, he also, was at the recent county commission meeting. They honored him with a resolution of honor.
Well, and that was him being honored at the city council.
Yeah, that was city council.
Selma City Council. Yeah. So it's so cool. If you know of students that are doing some amazing things, send that to us at blackbeltnewsnetwork.com. We would love to share that. These are the stories that do so great and really connect and build our community, because that's one of our goals, is to make sure that the community feels connected and engaged with each other. And it's fun to know what other students are doing. Let us know
everybody
what
talks about the bad
doing.
news. We want some of the good news as well. And it doesn't matter if they're doing it in music, politics, reading, creative arts of some sort.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. We want some of those good news stories.
Okay. So we do have to talk about something that's coming next week.
Man.
You've been reading up on this a lot more than me, right?
And I looked...
All I know is our paper has to print early. So those of us that get the Selma Sun print edition,
the publisher has to worry about those.
You may be getting it on Wednesday because we're nervous about not being able to get it to you on Thursday.
And it looks like that Tuesday afternoon we could see some snow showers. There's about a 40% chance.
Oh, 40%.
Yeah. Now the good thing is that it's going to go down around 18 overnight.
18
degrees. Yeah. So it's going to be cold. But if it doesn't rain and it doesn't melt, and a good thing is during the day it's going to be near 40, both,
40 degrees.
Tuesday and Wednesday. So the prayer is the roads will be too warm for it to freeze and ice over, but we don't know yet. Okay. The other thing is it's still far enough out that the weather forecast is not 100% accurate. But be prepared that sometime this week we could see some snow. There's a chance we could see some accumulation, which means we could even see some power outages. So go on and make plans. I've already got the gasoline, the extension cord to run, the generator is ready to crank.
Want a generator. I have logs for my fireplace. We're just going to have to make do. But that is the interesting thing, is that this Arctic blast is supposed to be coming south enough to get to us.
It is.
I know that my kids were a little disappointed. My kids are teenagers. They don't count. But they were a little disappointed that it didn't stick or do anything this last time. Yeah. But this one seems a little more...
And this one actually could be a record-breaking This is a very rare occurrence. And it
It's
could be
even saying 2
regulated.
to 4 inches
Yeah,
on my
it could
little
be.
thing. Yeah. So let's keep an
Yeah.
eye out for that. We will be keeping you informed. Our goal is to keep the community informed.
Yeah.
And we're going to be there for you. Last time with this last wintry situation, we had a list of the schools. They waited until the last minute to close this last time. So I have to say that story was only accurate to the last minute.
Yeah.
But we will be, as soon as we know, we will have a story, and it'll have a roundup of the schools. So you can go to that. And then power outages, we usually get a pretty decent list of where the power outages
Right,
are.
from Alabama Power. So.
And Pioneer.
Yeah,
will
but
tell
you know,
us
this
too.
is Alabama. And you know, if
I'm
you don't
not
like
used
the
to it.
weather, wait 5
Yeah,
minutes,
you
it'll
know.
change. So
I know it's going to be like warmer on the weekend, but
the thing is, you got to be prepared for both eventualities.
right. So check us out. We will let you know everything we know as it gets closer to time. But here we go. Again, it's going to be a kind of rotten
Let it
January.
snow, let it snow.
Yeah, well, it's probably going to cause some school closures. So
You know,
we
it's
will
funny,
be on that.
when I was in school, I always looked forward to it. Now
I
it's like,
know.
oh
Now you're
man.
like, oh man, what a mess. All right, Black Belt Roundup time.
All right.
Okay. So I want to make note that we have been covering, kicked up our coverage of basketball.
Yeah.
It is so tough to be at all the games. There's 2 a week a lot of times. But we are kind of kicking up and we're doing a scoreboard roundup. And so check that out under sports. And of course, Letty Hasbury, our rockin' reporter on the correspondent. She's out in a lot of these, and she does a lot of the ladies' sports as well, which I love because the boys get all the attention sometimes. So check out our sports section. Also, you know, Marion is prepping for their Marion to Selma bike ride.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we talked about the 60th anniversary and Jubilee. Marion has a role in civil rights as well. And in this
that's where it
frame.
started.
And they are planning and it's in February. So it's leading up to, and I've seen a lot about it. We have a really great story that's up right now from Black Belt Adventures, and check that out about what to expect with the Marion to Selma bike ride. It's an inaugural one, and they haven't done it before.
Speaking of Marion and Black Belt Outdoors,
yes,
there is a Mayor Dexter Hinton.
Yeah,
he bagged a deer.
Did
and I put that up there too. So
awesome.
Yeah,
you've got to go to Black Belt Outdoors.
Anyway, I
haven't been on Facebook a whole lot today, except to argue with it.
Yeah,
long story.
But that bike ride is also a precursor because we got the other one that starts on the bridge. A lot of people are confused. There's 2 separate rides.
Yes, there's 2 separate.
We're talking
rides.
about the one from Marion to Selma.
So I'm going to switch over to first responder issues.
Okay.
It's kind of cool. Sumter County Commission has approved an agreement with a helicopter-based air emergency medical service. So
wow, cool.
Now this, we have seen it go in our rest of the Black Belt.
Yeah.
You know, they had one in Demopolis. They don't do it anymore. So it's an interesting process of at least having it available. And they're going to do a 1-year agreement and see how it goes. So they're going to also help in Greene and Marengo counties as part of this. So, but it's we'll have to see how this goes to see if it extends, because I know Uniontown has been talking about improving their
as a matter of fact, the
service.
Perry County Ambulance Service is set to expand into Uniontown and have a bus permanently or an ambulance permanently stationed there in Uniontown. We're going to have details on that.
Yes.
And get all the details as soon as we get.
It's pretty important because we've written about this many times, and Brad Fisher, my dad and reporter, he's written about this too, about how a lot of times they're putting the ambulances on the county line and just
and one of the things that
takes a while to get to you.
Yeah, it does. But now with the actual county owned service, their response time is cut down. But that's the whole point, is to put an ambulance in, get an extra ambulance, put it in Uniontown, so that part of the county is better covered as well.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
So we'll keep you posted on that. Make sure to sign up for our daily newsletter at 3:00. You get a lot of these stories, the headlines. Yeah. It's the top 10 of the week. And it's a great way to know what's going on. If you want to write for us, send us your resume. We do pay. We will pay for you to cover things for us. So let us know where you live and what you like to write about. If you want to go to a council meeting or a commission meeting and help us, I love help, writing or even just recording some of it for us.
Yeah, even if you just did that so that we could write the story. I mean, that would be fine.
That's right. And we always like to say thank you to our sponsors.
Thank you, Mr. Miller.
Randall Miller Funeral Services. You can give a thoughtful final gift to your family. And you can do that by pre-planning. And they will have an advisor that has worked with so many people work with you. So just email them or call 334-874-9081 or go to randallmillerfuneralservice.com. You can be a sponsor as well.
Yeah.
If you've got a favorite business that you want to grow, send them to us. If you're a business,
please. That's another way to keep our news service free to everyone.
It is a way, and it also helps you grow. Go to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and follow us at Black Belt News Network. Selma Son has one on Facebook and Instagram as well. And that's a great way to know what's going on all the time because we are on there all the time. And I've mentioned before that we are a part nonprofit and we can take donations. Email, or if you can do the QR code or go to blackbeltnewsnetwork.com and you can go to the red button that says donate and give anything that you that your heart would like to give.
You need to do your little donate dance when the camera's on you.
The donate dance. Donate, donate.
Oh, good.
Was that?
But please donate.
Yeah. Was that better?
That's
Is that what you were looking for? Okay. I'm so glad. Okay. I think that wraps it up.
I think so.
Okay. So everybody hold your breath on the winter weather and check out.
Be listening and watching.
blackbeltnewsnetwork.com.
We'll be posted.
Yep. We'll post everything we know when we know it so that everybody's informed. And we will see you guys next week.
See you next week.
All right. Next Friday.
Stay warm.